My first $6,500 per month retainer client didn't come from cold outreach. It came from a menswear brand that I was already working with at the time. And with one upsell tied to Black Friday, I doubled my retainer for that client overnight. That single decision helped me turn that client into over $40,000 worth of revenue in that single year alone. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same, considering we are still in September and there's still plenty of time before Black Friday. Okay, so it all goes back to a point where I was running my email agency, and ultimately it's a story you'll be very familiar with if you are watching this video. I was overworked and underpaid. Okay, so I was very much like this guy here. I was spinning loads of plates. My prices were low and my workload was very high. Okay, and it basically led to a point where I was trying to bring on more clients, and I was desperately trying to do that at the same time as servicing the clients I had, and it was just a royal mess. So I was in this position where my perceived value was low. Okay, I was doing the work, I wasn't charging enough. And I realized that Black Friday was just around the corner. Okay, and with all of the hype around Black Friday, and if you don't know already, for e-commerce brands, you know, Black Friday is not optional. It is the absolute Super Bowl. And if a brand misses Black Friday, they're going to miss up to 30% of their annual revenue. Okay, and that's across niches and verticals. All right, so that urgency became my lever. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can also leverage that in a way to increase your profit margins 100%. All right. So this was the pitch, and this is how I went for it. Okay. I said to my existing client, we've got Black Friday coming up. Okay. And in order to maximize Black Friday, we need to A, grow your list aggressively, and B, be prepared for an increase in placed orders. Okay. So we're going to do some work. We need to do a body of work. You know, we need to update your flows. We need to create new sign-up forms, new graphics, new templates, so that we can actually accommodate and, push for more placed orders. Okay, so ultimately what this came down to was these two buckets of growth here. Okay, so list and then sales, or, you know, placed orders if you're using e-com terminology. Now, the truth is that really, on the retainer that we were on, although we were underpriced, the client was getting a great return on investment. They were making loads of money from the work that we were doing. And ultimately, going into Black Friday, we would have done this anyway for them. Okay, so we would have probably done new graphics for them. But by packaging it as a premium Black Friday retainer, what I ultimately did was reframe the workload as an expansion. Okay, so instead of the roughly $3,000 that they were paying, we were able to bump them up to $6,500. Okay, and we've got a different Stripe account now, but hopefully you can see from this one, actually £4,800 is roughly $6,500. Okay, plus or minus with the current existing conversion rates. All right. So the two buckets here when you're going into Black Friday that you need to leverage for any e-com brand is list growth and placed orders, an increase in placed orders, i.e. sales. All right. Now, why was this an instant yes from my client? Okay, there's three psychological principles that I'm going to show you that were at play, that were working to my advantage, that you can leverage now going into November. All right. So the first one, if we break down the psychology here, and ultimately what I did was upsell an existing client who was on a lower retainer to a higher retainer. Okay, it seems simple, but I'm going to show you three psychological phenomena at play here that's really driving the simplicity and the beauty of this model. Okay, so number one is the urgency bias. Now, when it comes to inputs and outputs, what the urgency bias really enabled me to do was leverage something that had a hard deadline. So the fact that we were in September, and if we scroll back here to the proof of the payments, the first one here, as you can see, is in September. Okay, so September the 29th, October 29th, November, January. Okay, every single month thereafter. The first month was on the 29th of September. Okay, so I had a couple of months in hand here that I could really put the pressure on when it comes to Black Friday and the dates fast approaching. So when it comes to the urgency bias, really what was at play here was the fact that Black Friday was a set date. There was a line in the sand that I could work towards. Okay, so when there was when in any case there's a fixed deadline, it makes decision making a lot more simple. It's a sales principle. Okay, so ultimately people and brand owners will shortcut logic because the cost of hesitation is huge. Okay, and that's what I was able to sort of enable here, I was able to say to the brand, look, we've got a lot of urgency here. Any sort of rationale, any logic-based thinking they had, they superseded it with a kind of an emotional need that if they were to hesitate, they might miss out on, thousands, tens of thousands of more list subscribers and placed orders. Okay, so scarcity and urgency make people say yes faster, and they will basically fear missing out on the upside more so than they fear paying you extra. Okay, so that's why it was an easy pitch for me to make. Now, the second principle here was really ROI framing, and ultimately, good marketers and great marketers will always tie cost of a service. They will always tie the price of what you are delivering to a measurable return. Now, if a brand is making 100 grand in sales every month or across Black Friday, then paying an extra 3K on top of the 3K that we were charging them is going to seem like a drop in the ocean. Okay, so really the input here was revenue. The fact that we were making them money already and that we had promised to make them a lot more money during Black Friday made it easier for them to frame this cost in the concept and space of ROI as opposed to just pure outlay, pure physical cost. Okay. Now, the third kind of bias and psychological phenomena at play here that enabled the client just to say a very simple, quick and easy yes was basically surrounding around commitment and consistency. Okay, and the idea here is that it's a lot easier for a brand or a client to work with you and to trust you with your upsells than it is for them to take a massive leap of faith, take on a load of new risk going with another provider. Okay, you think to work with a brand, you have to get access to all of their accounts. If you're doing email marketing, access to their Klaviyo accounts, even little things like that, although you as the marketer know it's not that risky, the permissions that they can give you to a client, if they're giving you something, if they're giving you proprietary information or access to their staff or access to logins, then they are risking something. Okay, something can go wrong there. So ultimately, the client was already committed to us. Okay, and yes, we had built a good relationship with them. Actually, this was a client I've made a separate video on who was very critical in my cold outreach when we first signed them. So there's another video on the channel that will show you how I turned a negative response into over $40,000 in lifetime value from the client. But ultimately, through being committed, saying yes again was easier to do that to me as opposed to them shopping around for somebody new. Okay, so this is there's another kind of principle here called cognitive dissonance, and ultimately, what I was able to do was eradicate that in the decision-making process for the client. Okay, so I was able to reduce the amount of friction that was in the way between them saying yes. Okay, so in terms of the proof, like I say, I've showed you this already. It's an old Stripe account, and I've just got a recording here. But ultimately, what that led to was not just a increase in revenue and increase in margin of 100% for that specific month, but because I had re-anchored the price every single month thereafter, it was easy for the client to stay committed to. Okay, so I don't even think we had them on a 6 or 12 month contract. It was just rolling, and they continued to pay us. Okay, so from that point forward, it became a lot easier, margins wise, to get paid what we were actually worth and what we how we'd valued ourselves for this. Okay, so most agency owners, this is the kind of outcome that I want you to take from this video. Most agency owners deliberate and spend an obsessive amount of time over new leads. But if it's September, if you're watching this in September and you're watching this live, the fastest way to grow your margins is going to be to maximize the juice from squeezing your existing client base. Okay, so in this case, I doubled my retainer. It was a 100% margin increase, and ultimately, I didn't double my workload. Okay, so I used seasonal urgency, I reframed ROI, and ultimately, I re-anchored my pricing to lift my perceived value. Okay, so the effort stays the same, but the revenue grows. So that ultimately is how I closed my first ever $6,500 per month retainer client. Urgency, ROI, framing, and price anchoring. If this clicked for you, then I'm going to drop a link to my total email agency overview. It's one of my most popular videos on the channel. It will show you everything you need to know in order to launch and scale a successful email marketing agency. And if you've got any questions at all, drop a comment below. Otherwise, make sure you're subscribed. I'm going to be dropping a load of more content, going over all of the nuts and bolts of the agency space, specifically to email marketing. So yeah, keep an eye on the channel, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, cheers.